provide and keep your property secure by using advanced fire detection.
Hello, my name is Tanish. I'm the data analyst, designer, and team lead.
Hi, my name is Adi Balaji. I'm the business and marketing manager. Did you know over 50% of people will be affected by wildfires by 2030? No, not sorry. So me and Tanish, we're part of a new generation. A generation that has to deal with the deteriorating status of our world. That's why it's our responsibility to keep it green. And that's also why we created IGNITE, to keep everyone's property safe from wildfires. So this is what we'll be going over today. We'll be going over our demographic, product, market, outreach, and our timeline. So let's talk about our demographic. We will be targeting people and organizations who need a reliable and affordable way to keep their property safe from wildfires. So, for example, agriculture. Agriculture is a perfect example for this. They need scalable solutions that's also affordable. IGNITE does all of that for only $40. Nonprofits and governments, same thing. They need large scalable solutions, which is exactly what IGNITE is for. IGNITE can connect to a web of sensors that can protect a large area. Residential areas and HOAs, they're high-risk areas. Lots of infrastructure close together makes it a higher risk for fires. IGNITE is perfect for those. Provides a reliable level of security that, well, you can only get for $40. And conservationists. Conservationists, they want environmental data. IGNITE provides that as well, with its multitude of sensors like humidity sensors, wind control sensors, and soil damage sensors, which can tell you how dry the plants are in the area. It's perfect for conservationists.
So think of the IGNITE system as a web of nodes. Each of these nodes a small computer that can detect wildfires in up to a 1 to 2 acre radius. There are many key features of our system, but we narrowed it down to 3 main key features. Firstly, modular sensor design. Compared to our competitors, we have a modular sensor design, meaning that you can change the base design of each of the nodes to fit your needs, such as including a CO2 sensor to detect the CO2 released from wildfires, or wind speed sensors to detect how far the wildfire is spread in an estimate. Every base model is equipped with a SHTC3 temperature and humidity sensor. This sensor acts as a baseline for all of the other pieces of tech in the system and is the main sensor used in making all the graphs and charts. Our next sensor is an AI-driven capacitive soil moisture sensor. This sensor, using the power of AI, can detect the dryness of all the plants in a 1 to 2 acre radius. And that brings us to our second key feature, low radio frequency data transmission. Our sensor is completely wireless from your computer, using the power of low frequency radio, or LoRa, to communicate with your computer and send the data over long distances. This will be further talked upon in the architectural design slide. Our third key feature is it interprets data trends using charts and graphs, all driven by AI. It flags any trends or abnormalities in the data given by these nodes, and say if a wildfire starts, the temperature and would spike and the humidity would lower. This would be automatically flagged by our system and be shown on your computer. In order to make it easy for our clients to use our system, we've designed a user interface or user dashboard. On the main page of the dashboard, as you can see, it has lots of different informations, including any charts and graphs you need, with the main feature being an AI chatbot that can talk to you and pull up any graphs or summaries or search up any data you need. The next feature would be a mapping system. This mapping system would show you the status of all of the nodes in the systems and how many individual systems you have spread over the area you need. Our third feature is an order feature. Right on this desktop app, you have the ability to order or any modules or systems that you need in order to detect wildfires. Architectural design. Going back to before, how I said, think of our system as a web of nodes. Each of these is an IGNITE node. They are all connected through LoRa, or low radio frequencies, and they effectively communicate, transmit, receive, and talk to each other. Say one of these nodes was out of range of your computer. It would bounce the data to the nearest node until it reaches the LoRa transceiver. Once it reaches this said transceiver, it will then upload all of the data to an AWS cloud, the same cloud used to store all your photos and organize them. From there, it can be accessed by your computer from effectively anywhere in the world, making the range of the system infinite.
So let's talk about our market size. So our market size, this is a large and growing business opportunity, and we'll be targeting three main groups. So let's talk about TAM. So this is valued around $30 billion, and this includes government agencies, agriculture sectors, and insurance sectors. And we have our SAM, landowners, NGOs, and conservation. NGO stands for non-government operations organizations, and this is worth around $400 million. And then SOM, which is what we will be mainly targeting. This includes schools, firefighters, and local tech demos, which is basically just our local community. And this is valued around $1.2 million. Now let's talk about our marketing plan. So first, we can reach out to our local community. We can go to youth organizations, civic groups, and local firefighters to reach out and showcase our product. We can also go to forest management agencies like the Florida Wildlife Conservation and the Florida Forest Service. Then we can showcase our product. We can go to local tech demos at tech summits, environmental fairs, and we can also show it at local science fairs, so people can see how our product really shines in action. Enhancing media presence. We can use platforms like TikTok and Instagram to spread our social reach, to spread awareness for our product and gain customers.
Can you go back? I would like to add that this product has already been proven through the Florida STEM Fair system, being able to go to states and getting second place in the state competition and getting special awards from all of these different organizations. Some you may recognize, such as National Geographic, NOAA, the Bay Area Manufacturer Association, and the Leverson Foundation.
So now let's talk about our competitors. When you want a fire detection system that's going to keep your house safe, you want something that's reliable and advanced, which is exactly what Ignite is. Compared to its other competitors, which price their products at around hundreds or even thousands of dollars, Ignite does all of this for $40. All with features they simply don't offer, like the ability to change up your base model to add different sensors for what your needs are, and the ability to sense the soil dampness, which can help you to identify how dry the plants are in your area.
So, product roadmap. Before I start, I would like to show you that we already have a working prototype. This is a very basic working prototype and isn't mentioned on our product roadmap. This is effectively the first step, making a tangible and working product in our development stage. The main goal of the development stage is to develop this mess of circuits into and condense it into the size of about this, which is 60 millimeters long. This will be done by printing all of these components on one singular printable circuit board, or PCB. All of these components would be able to work fitting inside this box. If you want to take a look. Onto our second step in our project roadmap. Our second step would be field testing. The goal of this step would to be expanding our original test site from our current test site, which is our backyard, into real forests and conservations. This would test the longevity of our products and push our sensors to the limit, showing how it would act in a real world scenario. That moves on to step 3, MVP, or minimum final product finalization. The goal of this product is to make our product into a small, market-ready product that can be effectively launched to the public and work. The goal of this is to make a working product with minimum bells or whistles. This would give us a general idea of how our product would work, how it would respond to the environment, and how it would respond to mainly our customers. Which brings us to number 4, pilot launch. In this step, we would give our product to our targeted demographic, in this case being firefighters, to test our product in a real world scenario where real risks are at stake. And onto product 5, or step 5, productization and manufacturing. We would take all of the things we've learned over these 4 steps and implement them into a final design we would send to a third-party factory, presumably here in the USA, into our productization and manufacturing step in order to start manufacturing on our product. Challenges. Making this Ignis system will not be easy. Harsh weather will test our sensors and stretch the capabilities of our LoRa range. Real forest conditions could degrade and really test our product. Dryad and Aurora Tech have already been selling the products for a long time and already have stake in the current market, and it would be hard to compete with them right off the bat. That would be helped by a marketing plan. And we also have some internal challenges, such as finding a reliable and factory that we could trust with our product and making our product over a long period of time. So things such as laws and restrictions in public radio databases will be a problem, along with quality control, lead times, and minimum order quantities, which will all delay the process of our company starting up. Upfront costs for inventory, factory molds, and packaging, and etc. will be also very incredibly costly.
Ignite was created to keep your family and our community safe. That's why our business statement has always been the same and always will be the same. To create an affordable solution that can be used by anyone, anywhere, that can keep your property safe. That's why Ignite was made. And now, thank you for your time, and we hope you'll check out this QR code. That's a quick survey about our product. Thank you.
Okay, stay for Q&A.